Excuse me. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and we're here to have some fun. Hopefully. Well, you know, you see the picture I have of Phoebe there. I was actually going to use a picture of her as a kitten tonight, and then I remembered the subject matter, and I thought, young kitty, probably not the right one I want to have up during this discussion. Holy moly. What the hell is wrong with Twitch, man? What the hell's wrong with streamers? I'm beginning to think that streaming is more conducive to, how do I put this, inappropriate touch than even Hollywood is. Because god damn, man. We'll get to that story in a couple of minutes. It's cold here in Michigan. It's cold. I know it's cold all over the world. Well, not all over the world. It's probably nice and sunny down there in Australia, right? You guys are still in summer. It is really cold in the United States right now, and it's supposed to get down to like minus 11 tonight. And I know for some of you, a minus 11 is like a heat wave. It's like, oh, it's warm. And all I can say to you guys is, why the hell do you live where minus 11 would be a heat wave? It's bad, and I'm questioning myself all day. Like, why do we live here? Why do we live here? But man, it's cold. It's so cold. We had to go out today, and as soon as you step out the door, man, that it's like somebody punches you in the gut. I fucking hate the cold, man. Cold is gonna come to Texas. Yeah, this cold is bitter cold too, man. It's like ex-wife cold, man. It's like cheated on girlfriend cold. That's how bitter this shit is. So, oh god, what do we want to talk about? We just want to jump into the Lacari stuff. Oh damn, did I forget to open a new box of tubes? Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do that one first. Can't believe Monkey is exposing his hairy kitty on stream. Thank you, Corey. Yeah, I expose her a lot. Oh, let me tell you a story about her before we go on. So she had to get her medicine today. She has medicine that it's for going outdoors, and even though you're not going to get fleas or ticks this time of year, we still give it to her all year round. And she hates it. You guys have heard me talk about it before. She acts as though she's been waterboarded when she gets it. And I found out that if I take her outside immediately after we do it, that she tends to take it better. She's much nicer about it. And so today we did her medicine. I took her right outside. It was very cold. And she spent the whole time staring at one of my neighbors who was trying to get out of their driveway. We've had a lot of snow, and this cold has turned everything into just a giant ice sheet. And so my one neighbor was stuck, and she spent the whole time just staring at him. But then we come back in, and she's happy again. She's up on my shoulder. She's being sweet and everything. But then tonight I come to bed, and I went to bed at around 4, I guess, 4:30. And then Lady Monkey comes to bed, and I wake up around 8:30-ish. And Phoebe comes into bed. And normally, if I pat my chest when I'm laying on my back, Phoebe will come over and lay up on my chest. And I just pet her for a little while until she goes to sleep. Instead of coming to me, she crawls up on Lady Monkey's chest and just looks at me like, My cat has a grudge that she holds, and remember, she had me carrying her around like the princess cat she thinks she is earlier in the day after this. But she had to take this moment to be like, nah, fuck you. No love for you tonight. Damn cat. My life is run by a 12-pound cat. Anyway, let's talk about the horrible stuff. Who is this? Internet Anarchist is who we're watching. And the reason we're watching him is because I'm too lazy to get all the information myself. There's some that we'll probably pull up ourselves, but this is a streamer called Lacari. I've heard his name before. I've seen, I'm sure, a clip or two of him before. I'm not a big follower of him. But once again, it's somebody in the OTK, the one true king orbit of the Mizkif and Asmund and Emaru and these idiots. And he's streaming, and he pulls a Vouch, only he pulls an even worse than Vouch. And well, let's let the internet anarchist explain.
It would only take 5 seconds to undo all that work.
What he was saying there is that he's built up a career over a decade, and it would only take 5 seconds to undo all that work. He finishes his video the same way, and I just want to clarify: no. 5 seconds is all it took for him to expose himself, which undoes all that work. What led to that 5 seconds took much longer. This isn't like he accidentally dropped an N-bomb or something on stream. No. I just don't like the way he says that, where it's like it only took 5 seconds for him to ruin his career. No, it took months, probably years of him being a degenerate piece of shit to ruin his career. It just took 5 seconds for him to accidentally expose himself as the, how do you get worse than lolly horse porn? Well, imagine it's not lolly. That help?
22nd of January 2026 started just like any other day for Lacari. He was live on Twitch grinding League of Legends just as he had done countless times before. To the thousands watching, it was just another stream from their favorite streamer. A moment during this stream, however, would completely change everything. While attempting to multitask, Lacari opened Windows Notepad and revealed something deeply disturbing. In the past, this action would have been harmless.
Now, for the record, not necessarily horse specific, but we'll get into the more direct charges in a moment. It is important for me to point out here that everything that was on Lacari's screen that was questionable and has people talking about this will be blurred out. No, I'm not putting any of it. I know where I can find the list of the links that he had. Not the actual links, just the names of what he was looking for. We're not pulling that up because it's a huge TOS violation. But plus, in this video, all of the links are going to be blurred out. I am fine with the censorship of this. I believe that should be censored. Frankly, I don't think this shit should exist. Frank, thank you. On Cold X, one of the guys who used to be a trainer for my company, face like the moon tone, like dry eyes, somehow cheated on wife, mortgage in his name. He gave her cash to pay the mortgage while he lived elsewhere. Shockingly, got foreclosed on. You know what? Good for her. Good for her. It's amazing. People do think that attractiveness has something to do with cheating because that's how it's always played up in movies and stuff. Ugly people cheat all the time. All the time. I told the story about the guy that I worked with who cheated on his wife, and he told his wife he just wanted to see what it was like to bang a skinny chick. That's a real story. But neither of the women involved, and frankly him either, but none of them were attractive. They were all disgusting people. Anyhow.
However, a recent Windows update has introduced a new feature that displays a history of recently opened files and tabs directly within the Notepad app.
Now, for those of you paying attention, you will see on that screen there that the folder here is titled Couples and Teens. Y'all see where we're headed with this?
Of recently,
and yeah, so this is what gets him in trouble, is that he brings up a notepad. He brings up Notepad, and in the past, you bring up Notepad and you just start a new one, or if you had it set to where it would open the one that you had already been on, then it would open that. But now it brings up a list of recent files, and some of them are, well, I'll just tell you, it's a bunch of underage porn. I mean, one of them was, what was it? I forget the exact thing, but the two important letters were JB, which stood for jailbait. And yes, even one of them is about teens with animals. So when you ask how can you be worse than lolicon horse porn, yeah, it's when it's not drawn anymore, when it's no longer cartoon.
opened files and tabs directly within the Notepad app. As the Notepad window popped up on the stream, it didn't just show a blank page. For a few seconds, it displayed a list of URLs and file names that Lacari had previously accessed.
Yeah, so these are things that he can't even pretend that he does try to pretend. It's so, oh god, it's so the whole situation's insane. Because he starts out, this pops up and he gets questioned about it. And I think we'll see some of his take on what happened in here. But nope, time to borrow JD Delay's wood chipper. Thank you, Metal Minister. I get you. Or sorry, Metal Minister Show is what that says now. Minister Show. This dude is allegedly, I guess we have to say that. No, not allegedly, because he's clearly turned on by this stuff. The dude's a pedo. I'm not saying he's an offending pedo. I'm not saying he's ever touched a child, but he's clearly turned on by this. And I'm going to spoil just a little bit of this because he makes a Twitter post where he said, okay, guys, yesterday I accidentally pulled up some stuff on the stream, and I just want you guys to know I'm entering porn rehab. So what he said, he's entering porn rehab. I have to make a little bit of noise in the background, so talk amongst yourselves for just a second. Sorry, I forgot to open a new thing of tubes. And that's really loud if you've ever had somebody like crinkle plastic and stuff while you're trying to listen to them. Anyway, so he outs himself. Once again, we have one of these idiots who's like, nobody will know that I did this. And I don't want to say in fairness because I don't want to be fair to this guy. But this is the only reason he gets caught is because of this new update. Which, see, you guys can hear me moving the plastic in the background now. The only reason he gets caught is because of this update, which tells me with the amount, where he's so casually doing this, that this isn't the first time he's had that shit. It's not like he just downloaded underage porn and this was the first time he was pulling up a tab that he had that open in before. Jack, my friend, how are you today?
Oh, not bad. Sorry I'm late. I had to wait on a video to finish rendering.
Oh, you're fine, man. You're fine.
Screws up my audio otherwise.
I'm like 24 hours late, so what am I going to say?
Fair.
I'll explain offline. It's not one I want to talk about. Let's just say health issue I'm not real happy to talk about on stream.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we're talking about Lacari, Jack. I don't know if you've been following this.
Oh, yeah. The guy with the jailbait teen folder.
Yeah.
Heard about this.
We're watching Internet Anarchist video on this, or at least part of it.
I didn't know he did a video on this.
Just like 2 hours, 2 hours before I woke up. So about 6 o'clock, I guess.
Huh.
So
hi,
anyway,
everybody.
He's at the point now where he's explaining how it happened and what was found.
At least add way to the list of champions that I like.
And it's kind of hard to see here because his picture's little. But when this pops up, he realizes he's screwed. That there's a look on his face, and I think Internet Anarchist even highlights it. You see that look of, oh fuck, Chris Hansen's coming to my house. And good. You should be fearful for having this shit on your computer, you disgusting shitbag. Allegedly.
Fuck.
For obvious reasons, I can't show exactly what the notepad contained on YouTube.
So for those of you who are questioning whether I was being serious when I said, how do you get worse than lolly horse porn? Just take out the lolly part of it. That top one right there, girls and animals. They're not talking about horseback riding.
You don't know.
I do, because I know what that blanked out word is.
Oh, no, never mind. You do know.
But it contained file names and links with suggestive words involving minors, animals, and other clearly illegal themes. The reaction was instantaneous. While Lacari continued to sit in his chair acting like nothing had happened, the clip was already being captured, cut, and uploaded onto pages such as r/livestreamfail.
Yeah, I don't need to hear that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, when I first heard this, I was not looking at the screen.
Mhm.
And the person I was watching pronounced his name weird, so it sounded like Linkara.
Oh,
So I had a much different impression of who we were talking about until I heard this chocolate man talking. And I was like,
Gotcha.
wow, his voice got weird. Oh, shit, that's not the same guy.
yeah. Although I'm not going to be, I'm not going to pretend. If I heard that about him, I'd be like, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, is this new? What am I listening to here? Whatever. I don't fucking care.
Why? What is it with all these fucking Twitch streamers, man?
Twitch is full of degenerates, and they have an atmosphere where pretty much anything is acceptable. That one annoying ghetto chick, the Ratchet Tang or whatever her name is, she touched a dude twice, touched two different dudes sexually and without their consent, and she's still on the platform. Not to mention all the murderous stuff that Hassan has advocated for.
Oh, yeah.
Anything goes over there.
I do want to give Twitch a little bit of credit because they have banned him, at least for now. We know them, so I'm not convinced it'll be permanent.
Because if you start advocating for or supporting people like this that possibly have kid digital material, you're in a different league. It's one thing to have Hassan alluding to killing Rick Scott. It's another to have sex pests with kids. That's a totally different league. FBI doesn't fuck around too much with that.
Real quick, Understatement says, problem is the teen stuff is a common category, so I don't know if you're getting that hard drive check. From what I've heard, I've not looked any of this up because I don't want that shit on my computer, Jack.
Yeah, and you look up the phrase jailbait, you're going on a list because that specifically means underage. Yeah,
from what I've heard, there's no ambiguity here. This isn't teen, haha, she's 18, she's 19. There's none of that Krasenstein stuff. Let's put it that way.
Twitter, and even Kiwi Farms. Within minutes of the clip being spread, internet detectives began.
This part is important because the clipping, this will come up later. Keep this part in mind. All of this happened like immediately. The clipping started, it pops up on Twitter, pops up on Kiwi, pops up on Reddit. It's like instantaneous.
Oh, yeah. People do not like that sort of material. And if anybody's going to uncover it, it'll be the farmers. Also, what's with British Johnny Bravo? I've never actually seen this dude before.
I don't know when he started doing his hair like this. He hasn't looked like this in other videos of him where I've seen him. I haven't seen any of his videos recently, so
maybe this really shocked him and his hair stuck up.
Yeah, I had my hair cut like this back in 7th grade. I did.
Ice.
That was before Vanilla Ice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Vanilla Ice was actually 10th grade for me. Anyway.
And investigating the links visible and confirmed the nature of the material. What they found was said to be extremely disturbing, to say.
Okay, I'm going to read the parts that aren't. I'm going to skip the words that are censored. But mods are hiding the link because by posting them, you're accidentally sharing them with everyone here on Reddit. The things included in the list: family blank, blank, multiple teen websites, one including teens and animals, another tab labeled 500 JBT, JB being jailbait, guys. Not going to say what that stands for, but it's bad. Somebody from the original thread visited it and found so much more, quote, teen links inside of it, at least 10 in a row. Now, obviously, I can't post the image since it's including all the links. And yeah, this is why if you try going down this rabbit hole, and I don't suggest that you do, you're not going to find a lot of this stuff because most people are smart enough not to share the full links. And I implore you, don't go looking for them. Don't share them, even if it's just to try to show somebody. Point them to a video where they're talking about it.
This is not links to fantasy role play stuff that you'd find on Pornhub or X videos. This is much more dark.
This is homie better hope nobody brings this to law enforcement's attention.
Oh, I'm sure somebody's already ratted him out to the cops. Every big streamer has detractors.
But he went to porn rehab, Jack. I love his post where he's talking about how he went to porn. He's checking himself into porn rehab. And for some reason, he thinks we need to know that he's going to be able to work out while he's there.
Just one arm or both?
Like, you think I give a rat's ass where you're going unless it's prison?
Is it Dan Clancy's Gooning Center?
This is actually illegal. Go to prison for a long time stuff. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is seriously Chris Hansen level of shit.
That's why we're saying don't look up the links.
Yep.
The least. When watching the clip closely, there is a distinct split second where Lacari seems to realize the gravity of the mistake. His expression shifts rapidly as he looks at the notepad window and the content.
Just see, I don't know how well the video's coming through. Did you see his eyebrows? He's like, shit. Here, we'll watch again.
Mistake. His expression shifts rapidly as he looks at the notepad window.
Yeah, that moment is a very subtle, controlled version of brown trouser time.
Yep.
Like, he was probably using all his focus to not shit himself in that split second. Oh, real quick.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Okie Native. Hi, Jack. Use this to get the crab rangoon the next time you get a meal at a local Chinese place. Fool the tiny Asian lady into thinking you're a big spender, so she'll ask to see your egg roll. Ooh, that's a good idea. I do want to go. I found a new Asian place I'm dying to check out, but it's like $20. So I'll put this toward that. It is a buffet, though. A buffet of
the cops just need to verify. Too many people do the age play thing to the point where hearing about link names doesn't mean anything anymore. Well, I mean, in that case, link names not meaning anything anymore. Again, if you look at the Krasensteins, most of theirs, and this is what, a decade ago, most of theirs had that vague teen language.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like this is new. I mean, the porn industry's been using the teen word forever and being like, no, we mean 18. Yeah, because that's what people looking for teen are looking for. But anyway, I get what you're saying. And if everything we're hearing is true, he's fucked. And good.
Yeah. Sure, it's possible that those links are all legit. Is it probable? Not from what we've been hearing so far.
This dude tells us he has 3 terabytes of porn.
Hentai porn.
Hentai. Yeah, just his hentai collection. My guess is, and no, I'm not going to be a porn addiction. Fuck you. I don't believe in that. Do you have a porn problem? Sure. Is it an addiction? No, you're not going to have withdrawal symptoms. You're not going to have to slowly be weaned off on a porn-like substitute to keep your heart from stopping. We've really destroyed what addiction actually means. He has a obsession with porn, but when you don't, how do I put this? Unless you already have that interest, you're not going to go down that path. You know, like you might have a 3 terabyte collection of old lady porn, right?
Ew.
But you only got that because you looked up old lady porn and you found a bunch of it that you liked. This guy went looking for this shit. Anyway.
Old lady porn, like chicks in their 30s?
Yeah, by the porn standards, 25.
Used up old hags.
You're 19 and a half. You're too old. You aged out. Anyway.
Within, followed by a moment of pure silent panic where the realization probably hit that he may have just ruined his life. Yet,
And for the record, he doesn't play it here, but you see his mouth lit. He actually says, fuck. He knew what happened. He knew he was screwed.
in a move that baffled everyone watching, he didn't end the stream, despite...
And for the record, for understatement, because I know you're looking at the legal side of it, but I'm judging this based on what we can see and hear, right? There's nothing in there where he starts laughing like, oh my God. No, guys, real quick, just so you know what you just saw, that is age play stuff. You can think it's gross, but it's just age play. No. He starts panicking. And the first, fuck. So Mia Khalifa or Bonnie Blue old? By porn standards, Bonnie Blue is like ancient.
Yeah.
To the visible panic and the chat beginning to spiral, Lacari continued streaming, choosing to stay live and respond to the situation in real time.
Which I've never heard of anybody doing in this kind of situation. It takes some brass balls to sit there and be like, oh fuck, they all just saw what a complete degenerate criminal pervert I am, and be like, I'm gonna explain my way out of it.
Right. Real quick. Thank you again, Okie Native. Do you have to routinely find new Asian food places because they eventually ask you to stop creeping on their young ladies, even with the disguises? They've never actually asked me to stop. Usually they ask me to pick one because a lot of them are coming here to get their MRS degree. So yeah, they are looking for their ticket out of poverty. I'm here to help.
Anal asks, why have a notepad of files? It's actually a notepad of links and the links to files. I don't do it for porn because don't look up porn on my computer.
No, that attitude.
But I've done it with like news stories and stuff. If there's news stories we're going to talk about, I'll open a notepad or more often Scrivener and save the link to where I want to go, because I don't want to put it in my favorites tab because that just gets bogged down and it's much easier to delete from a notepad. Why you would do that with porn, I don't know.
Everybody's got their methodology for filing porn. Most people use bookmarks, I guess, but I don't know.
Undoomed, how you doing, my friend? He says, remember that show Lie to Me where Tim Roth catches criminals by interpreting their facial micro expressions? Yeah, I don't need Tim Roth to read that guy's expression. No shit.
Right?
That is pure panic on his face. And how you doing, Undoomed?
Decision would unfold about as well as you would expect, turning into a complete disaster. During the stream, Lacari attempted to laugh off the situation as if it was a minor misunderstanding, pun intended.
I hate him a little bit for that joke.
Because you didn't think of it?
Yes. A minor misunderstanding. I mean, he's not wrong.
Chat, however, were no longer interested in the game, but instead were fixated on the suspicious notepad file, specifically one tab that had been spotted labeled 1500 JBT files. According to the livestream fail subreddit, JBT stood for Jailbait Teens. Lacari's response to the whole situation was a frantic series of excuses that only served to incriminate himself even further.
I read his Twitter post on this, and we'll go over it later. But as I read it and as I was watching this and him keep going on, all I could think was, your defense lawyer's gonna fucking hate you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already going to be hated by everybody, rightfully so, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the reason most people shut down, they're not even smart enough to know that you should do that for your eventual lawyer. They usually do it just because they panic and they run, and it actually helps them in a lot of cases because they don't do what this idiot did and start digging.
Well, when you start digging, why stop, right?
I mean, the sad thing is he probably could have rebounded from this if he would have just ended his stream there and been like, I need to take a little break off of streaming. And then, I mean, Vouch still has a fucking career.
Yeah, that guy's a degenerate.
Yeah, that dude's a straight up pedo. Go ahead and sue me. Let's go to court and see if you liking drawn children is pedophilia. I'm willing to have. Go ahead. I'm not alleging anything. We all saw it, motherfucker. But I mean, the dude's a pedo, and he still has tons of people who tune in to see him every fucking day. So this guy could have survived this if he'd just shut the fuck up. You would lose that case? Me? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. What's the definition of pedophilia? Anyway.
Initial defense was to claim that someone had linked the file in his chat, implying that he was a victim of a bad click. This explanation...
Now, that's an interesting explanation because I did see somebody who pointed out that if you watch the original video, the link itself is highlighted in blue.
So he's clicked on it before?
Not just clicked on it. He pasted it. Or he was copying it to someone else. He had highlighted the link. So anyway.
Fell apart instantly under scrutiny, as it failed to explain why he had seemingly saved the content into a dedicated notepad file on his hard drive.
Right. I accidentally clicked it and saved it to Notepad.
Like you do.
He's been streaming for like a decade. He's not new to computers. He knows how computers work.
Do any of us really know how computers work?
I do know that when I click a link, it doesn't automatically put it in my Notepad. This is what I'm talking about. Look, I don't want to help criminals here, but when you're caught in criminal behavior, just stop. Just stop everything.
Let alone one.
I got a virus and then my pants fell down. Don't worry, he'll get to the virus part in a second.
With such a specific and incriminating file name. Once Lacari realized that narrative wasn't going to convince his audience, he pivoted to a second, even...
By the way, here's another thing. When your first really bad excuse doesn't work, you might as well stick with it. Because when you change your nonsense, and especially when you just are changing to other nonsense and not just coming clean, all it does is make you look like a liar who was trying to cover shit up with the first lie.
Was coming clean really the appropriate phraseology right there?
Probably not. It was a minor, slip. Pun intended. Shio, thank you. Kids older than 30 don't get shot by ICE because we learn to stop, collaborate, and listen. Fucker. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. ICE is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a hawk, move daily and nightly. Don't make me sing the whole song. I'll do it.
Please don't make him do that.
Anyway.
Less believable excuse. He claimed the file had automatically downloaded while he was browsing the web.
Y'all not like the nod?
Okay. Even if it had automatically downloaded, it wouldn't put it in your fucking Notepad.
Oh, no, that's totally what happens, man. So you download something, and it automatically goes to your Notepad as a little reminder.
It goes into your download folder. Anyway.
that I didn't download shit. I didn't know what was
Don't
in there.
be sad
Like,
that your career is over. Be happy that IT happened. XQCL. Don't be sad that your career is over. Be happy that IT happened. XQCL. Jesse vindicated. Jesse vindicated. Jesse vindicated.
He's one of those people that has text to speech on for his donations, which is funny later when somebody just over and over again types in pedo.
how does it end up there? Okay, let me explain what happened. All right,
you guys ready? This is his big explanation. First, somebody put it into chat and he accidentally clicked on it and it made a notepad file of it. But here's what really happened.
I was surfing a site. Okay, the shit got downloaded. Like,
How does that happen?
I surf a ton of sites and I have not had teen porn pop up on my computer. Maybe I've just been lucky.
Yeah, apparently.
Or maybe it's because I don't go to teen porn sites.
Oh, yeah. That could be related.
See, I go to like Amazon and like when I was looking for computer chair. So I get lots of pop-ups and stuff for computer chairs.
Weird.
I know, right?
You don't get pop-ups for like underage incest or anything like that?
What's going on? I don't even understand the controversy. How do we know it simply wasn't his own personal stash of whatever? Are we sure it's CP? People have gone to the sites. That's how we know. Do I personally know? No. Do I think that a whole bunch of people who are looking into this are all lying about what they saw there? Absolutely not. Is it possible that this is all a big misunderstanding? No, because he's already now given us 2 bullshit excuses. You don't need to give bullshit excuses when, seriously, this. I'm just going to jump ahead to Asmongold. I have a problem with Asmongold's behavior in this, and we'll get to it later. But you can see this guy's reaction to all of this, right? His lies about it. And if he had just had some weird porn on there, nobody would care. They'd laugh at him. If he had like foot porn or balloon porn or even trans porn like Fuentes, right? People would just laugh at him. They wouldn't all be calling him a pedophile and yelling about it. This is not just some kind of misunderstanding where he was looking at age play. Look at his face when he realizes he put that out there. That's not like, oh my God, now I have to explain that I like age play. That's like, oh shit, I'm going to prison.
Yeah, this is a pretty big whoopsie here.
Yeah. What's up, Undoomed? How you doing, my friend?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Undoomed.
You know, I get tired of waking up and seeing that there's another degenerate on Twitch.
Yeah, but that's just reality.
It is.
That's just the way it goes. Holy shit. Well, like I said before, I love that micro expression.
Oh my God, that face he makes. And then that just fuck. I mean, it says it all, really.
Yeah, I'm so fucked.
I don't get it if it's over 18. That's the problem. He was not looking for over 18.
I mean, that must have been established, right?
Well, there are people in the chat asking about it, and it's a legit question because, again, the porn industry does love the term teen.
Yeah, but that's just 2 years.
Yeah, that's 18, 19. That's not, jailbait.
But I'm sure
18's not jailbait.
I'm sure someone vetted that. I'm not going to open those links for sure. And
I'm not opening that shit.
Nobody should, because that would probably get you arrested.
People on Reddit have opened it, and I'm sure the Farms has. I haven't checked their stuff, but yeah, people have looked into this. And
yeah, so we're assuming that it wasn't just 19-year-olds.
Yes, exactly. I have no reason to believe, and again, I am going based on his behavior, not even by the names of the links. His behavior tells me this motherfucker had shit he shouldn't have had.
And there was other stuff, right? I just saw something flash by in your video there. Like there was like rape things and shit like that.
Yeah,
there's family, animals, all sorts of hardcore disturbing content.
Yeah,
right.
Real quick. Thank you, White Boy Rapper. How's it getting reported? Informer. Say Daddy be snow. Yeah, I gotta go blame. I licked the boom boom down. I'm sorry, I couldn't get through that.
No, well played. Well played. I want to see. I'm not going to put this on screen, but in this one link, they have the unredacted names of those links, and I can't find it right off. They're gross, man. They're gross.
Right.
And there's no ambiguity. There's no, yeah, this is 8. No. This is nasty shit. Anyway, this is him explaining. I don't know if you heard his first explanation there, Undoomed, that somebody
No,
put
I
it in chat.
had to step away before I joined, so I guess I didn't hear that.
Okay,
what was his first explanation?
The first explanation is that somebody put it in chat and he accidentally clicked it, and that's how it ended up in a Word file.
In chat.
In chat, yeah.
Your chat links don't open in Notepad.
But hey,
you don't know.
Hey,
yes, I know.
He's got one of those special computers. Anyway, he's on his second excuse, and he's now told us that he went to a website and it just downloads this stuff automatically to Notepad.
To Notepad. Okay.
To Notepad, yeah.
First of all, when something downloads automatically, you get like a requester that asks you to where you want to put it, right? On your hard drive. It's not just, it doesn't just download shit onto your hard drive. It asks you, hey, I'm going to download this now. Where you want to put it?
I guess if you had just the most unsafe, because this is stuff that used to happen like back in the 90s.
Yeah, in the
go to
90s.
A website. Trust me, my father, oh my God. Can I tell you how many times I had to go fix his computer and I would turn it on to see what's wrong with it? And it's just 1,000 porn pop-ups. I'm like, Dad, where the fuck were you?
I feel a little judged right now. I'm going to be quiet.
But most of that stuff doesn't happen anymore. There are still dirty sites that you can go to where that'll happen, but you're not going to run into it accidentally. And seriously, you could have accidentally run into it back in the day. Go to one that you thought was a normal site, an embedded ad that has for lack of better.
Right, but security is way more tight today.
Way better, yes.
In browsers and all that. So yeah, that's.
So he's
you talking Russian hacker level to get that to happen.
Yeah, he's making it almost sound like it is the old days. Most people who've got a computer these days do not have to deal with this issue at all.
No. Even if they surf porn.
Yeah, and for the record, it wasn't just with porn. I mean, you could get this with all kinds of shit, just bad advertisers who would have shitty things that would pull up all kinds of stuff. Right. Porn was the most common one, but there were others. Anyway. Sure.
Didn't trigger a download, just got downloaded. I opened up the fucking text document. I saw what was in it. I deleted the text document.
It downloaded. You clicked on the link and saw what it was. That's what you just told us. And then you deleted it. Well, here's the thing. If you had deleted it, you couldn't open it. Keep that in mind, guys, because when you delete something from your computer, you can't open it anymore.
Yeah.
That's how deleting works. Even if it's in your trash can, so it's still technically on your computer, you can't open it without restoring it.
Right.
Keep that in mind, guys, for you non-computer folks out there.
The text document. I deleted it, but the problem with Windows 11 is that even if you delete the text document, it apparently still stays there. So it was.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Still there after I deleted it. I've told you guys 1,000 times that's what happened. Like
but that's not what your first excuse is. And this is why, for those of you who are questioning or giving the benefit of the doubt, and why I told you, if you're going to tell a lie to begin with, just stick with that stupid lie. Don't give a second one, because then you can't say something like, I told you 1,000 times this is what happened. Yeah, but at first you said it was something else. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you have said that if what really happened is this?
How big is this guy in terms of like subscribers and whatever?
I don't know exactly. He has enough subscribers that he had several thousand people watching this live.
Okay. But is he like, a millionaire?
He's definitely a millionaire. Yeah.
Hassan kind of level?
He's you know who Asmongold is?
Sure, of course.
He's a friend of Asmongold, so he has friend of Asmongold kind of numbers. And I know that's kind of vague, but like a lot of people think if you become friends with a big streamer and they get you on their stream, you're going to be just as big as them. Typically, you get maybe 10 to 20% of their audience that'll come and hang out with you if they stay around. So I would say he's a mid-level Twitch streamer. Frank, thank you. Don't believe him, but have had OneDrive do that in this century.
Dude, I'm sorry. Like, I have like a fucking 3 terabytes of fucking hentai on my fucking hard drive, bro.
Sorry, what? He has what?
3 terabytes of hentai.
Hentai.
Tentacle porn.
Right. I can never keep all those Japanese things separate. Okay, so hentai is the tentacle porn?
You have 3 terabytes of tentacle porn, and you were at a site that downloaded some nasty shit. I'm shocked.
Now, to be fair, some of it may not be strictly tentacle. It may be other kind of monsters.
Fair enough. It's most known as there you go. That most known as tentacle porn.
Yeah, I'm not trying to minimize. I'm just saying.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, if they ever made that milking farm book into a cartoon movie, it'd be hentai.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Sometimes you go to a site, some shit downloads on your shit, you don't fucking want it, you fucking delete it, and that's just what happened, man. Okay?
No, that's not what happens.
That's not what happens.
What are you talking about?
That
has not happened for 30 years.
The only way that still happens is if you are going to some really bad places. And even like then, your computer should have safeguards.
Yeah, if you're like so important that Russian state hackers are fucking with your system, maybe that could happen.
Well, here, you know why it can happen? If you go to places like the dark web, Windows has built-in things like, you should not go here. Are you sure you want to go here? Last chance. You sure you want to go here? And you end up having to turn off a lot of your defenses to go there.
No, Monkey, to be fair, my Windows XP is still running LimeWire or BearShare, even better. That's how you got a lot of viruses.
Fuck, my computer even pops up the site we used. What's it called? The archive site.
Archive.is.
Yeah, that one. My computer still's like, are you sure you want to go here? I'm like,
really?
yeah, yes.
What
my shit is locked down.
What kind of browser do you use?
I'm just using Chrome.
Okay.
Yeah. But all of my security settings are on because I haven't had to do it in forever, but I
go to Archive IS all the time, and I've never had that happen. I use Brave, but that is a Chrome derivative. So that's weird.
Uh-oh. Sorry, I just popped out there for a second. Something happened with mine at one point where it wasn't the certifications that it looks for weren't coming through, and the only site I still have a problem with that is Archive. And I don't know why. But see, I'm from the day when you did have to worry about this. I've had to slash and burn my own hard drive, not for porn, but going to video game sites and picking up just nasty shit. and yeah, just slash and burn the hard drive and start all over. And that's not something you have to do as much anymore. I still have PTSD over it. So I am very careful about how I use my computer.
Right.
So when I describe the whole dark web thing, I've never been to the dark web. I just know how.
Yeah, I've never been there either. I see no reason. But,
There's nothing over there I want to see.
Like, that's what happened. I'm sorry, all right? Like, I don't know how many times I have to explain this, but that's what happened. Dude, let's just move the fuck on, please.
As his audience
Well, you know, when you get caught with underage porn sites on your computer, just yelling, hey, let's move the fuck on. You should have moved the fuck on. You should have shut your stream down and just went for a walk and cried about how you're going to prison.
well, the reason I asked how big he was is the fact that he should have got like a PR specialist at this point if he's really big. Right? He shouldn't just throw out shit. He should have probably called a lawyer and like, okay.
Undoomed, I hate to break it to you, but some of these guys are really stupid.
Yeah, evidently. Demonstrably.
Yeah, right?
First virus I got was from a freaking Cricket wireless web page. Well, think about what happened with the Krasensteins. They did not their porn sites. They're legitimate sites, which I believe at the time were offering like investment advice or whatever. But the ads that were on there, you didn't even have to click on them, and they would download onto your computer. That's what they ended up giving the feds $450,000 for.
Yeah, it was a much bigger problem.
Yeah, back in the day.
Oh, did you see that Krasenstein tweet where it's like, oh, but you had underage porn sites, right? And he wrote like, Grok, is this true? And Grok like, yes, this is true.
No, I missed that.
According to DNS records and domain name records and blah, 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 blah. Yes, this is true.
What a dumbass.
immediately pointed out, if modern web browsers were silently auto-downloading text files full of illegal URLs without user consent, it would be a global cybersecurity crisis, not an isolated.
Absolutely. And even much bigger than it was back when this stuff actually did happen.
Exactly.
I mean, everybody's on the web these days. This would be a massive issue.
Yeah.
Glitch on one streamer's PC.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I was making a penis joke.
Oh.
Whilst this already seemed like rock bottom, Lacari would only continue to dig his grave when the chat pressured him to open his recent files list in Notepad again to prove his innocence. Lacari agreed, likely.
Why? Why would you do that? Did nobody learn from Mundane Matt how stupid it is to give into peer pressure?
I don't understand why he kept streaming. I'm glad he did, because this just buries him and he can't pull the shit that so many have gotten away with over the years. But why do you keep streaming? Why do you then do what they ask you to do, knowing what's on there? Motherfucker, you know what's on there. Thank you, Frank. Want to clarify, the deleted non-porn programs I no longer wanted on my computer due to it syncing my OneDrive and me not deleting it from the cloud. Next time I turned on my laptop, the program was back. Had to delete from both. I don't believe him. Oh, fair enough. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a reason I've never used any cloud service. If I want to save something to a cloud, I'll do it manually. I do not, that auto syncing shit, not for me.
I don't trust that.
You should never do that. Make your own cloud. It's so easy now.
Yeah.
And it's you pay it off in 6 months compared to a cloud service.
Yeah, and what really turned me off when I first got my Google phone, they had the Google Drive on it, and like, oh, your pictures can automatically upload. Like, well, that's kind of cool. But at the time, it was still on a my pictures. It filled real quick. I'm like, nah, turn that shit off.
You disappeared there.
Oh, sorry about that. I had my other screen open, so I didn't see it. Just with the number of pictures I took with my phone, they were trying to automatically upload and just burning through my data I had at the time. Because that's before unlimited data becomes the norm. Pumpkin Trucker, thank you. To be honest, the vast majority of dark websites highly mimic the old Angel Fire sites. Some dipshit going, look at me. I have my own dark website. Here's a photo of my thumbcock. Fair.
Hoping to show the incriminating files were gone. Instead, he revealed a screen that looked like a panic-induced cover-up.
Okay, on the screen, the top 3 things in this file list now say new document, new test document. Nothing sus about that.
Right.
They're sitting there like, hey, just open it up for us. And you take a little while. And when you open it up, it just says new text document over and over again. Bro, you didn't even name them. You could have put anything in there.
But there's still like Fab for Fun. And what else do we have here? It's hard to read, but.
All couples links.
All couples links.
Yeah. And yeah, Fat for Fun, that's still on there. What's the bottom
what is
there?
it? What is it with him and Notepad? Like I've never seen links in Notepad. What the fuck?
I was telling the audience earlier, I've done it in Scrivener, but not in Notepad. But if I didn't have Scrivener, I there's times I would have, but not for something like that. It'd be like for a show, like if I was setting up the show and there was a lot of links I needed that day. I've done that before, but not porn.
No.
Why? You're clearly not worried about looking the shit up because you've done it before. Just look for the purple text. That's the one you clicked on.
Just make a fucking folder in your bookmarks or something. I don't get
you
it.
would think, but obviously he doesn't either trust his bookmarks or he's just like so jerk happy that he's like, I gotta put the entire hyperlink down so that I can remember it, so I don't get the wrong sexy teens.
Right. Don't want to accidentally get that girl who's over age.
Yeah. Maybe he's into like blondes specifically too, and he doesn't want no creepy gingers in there.
Metal Minister, for the record, only some of this is downloaded. Some of it is the links to where he can go watch it. I mean, he mentioned 3 terabytes of hentai. Oh my God. Do you realize how much that is?
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's I don't know, hundreds of thousands of pictures.
Oh my God.
Or movies or whatever it is.
Now, to be fair, maybe he likes the ones with a lot of story in them. So they're like full movie length experience.
What is the average size of a 2-hour movie at 4K? Anybody know?
Probably 8 gigabytes if you're really saving the full.
Yeah, so to get to
resolution,
3 terabytes.
That's a lot of. I mean, he must have forearms like Popeye.
What is 8 or 3,000 divided by 8? It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's what?
At least 300, yeah.
400, I don't know. Something like that. I'm not good at head math.
Well, if it was 3.2, it would be exactly 400. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Suspicious document was still there, but it was now buried under a list of freshly created empty files named New Text Document. And one of the files involving JBT was also somehow missing.
Fat for Fun? Fat for Fun is a Thai site.
The internet immediately saw right through it, with viewers on.
Yeah, because again, this is the kind of thing that maybe you could have got away with in the 90s or early 2000s when people didn't know. But there are so many nerds online now who know how your computer works.
Of course.
Being like, yeah, no, that link just disappeared. The link that put itself on my computer deleted itself too.
That's one of those temporary ones. Just sort of copies itself for a little while and then it fucks right off, you know.
AI did it.
AI did
Yeah.
it. That's what. Metal Minister Show. Thank you again, dude. What does it say? Turn petabytes into petabytes.
Okay, that's really funny. Stop showing off.
Yeah, that's a nerd joke.
That is a nerd joke.
Even I got that one.
Oh,
Real quick,
yeah.
thank you, Frosted Glass. FBI agent combing through my 4 terabyte hard drive. Wait, is this all genders? I think you would make a federal agent cry, Frosted.
On Reddit mocking the attempt of covering it up. As one user put it, he was trying to hide stuff and still effed up. To make matters even worse,
Well, at that point, why do you even try to hide it? You'd be better off saying, no, I'm not showing you this on my computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the attempt to hide it, once again, this is why, for those of you who are giving him the benefit of the doubt, why I don't, because I've seen this video already.
Also, he might be tempted to just start jerking it right there, and that would not be good.
He would have been better off just showing the real thing. Yeah. Head back.
Oh my god.
Oh, that'll haunt you forever.
It will. All right.
a viewer suggested that if the file had truly been deleted, it wouldn't open. Lacari, trying to prove it was gone, clicked the file and it opened, proving
Dumbass.
You can't make this shit up.
What are you doing?
He thought he deleted it, which it should have been a hint that it was still there, dumbass. Anyway.
live on stream that the material was still sitting on his hard drive.
Click couples and it won't open if it's deleted. Okay, well, I 100% fucking deleted it, so it shouldn't open, right? It opened. What?
Whoops.
Whoops, that was one I kept.
Hang on.
At this point,
just get something on the screen there. How are you this dumb?
This is panic response.
I mean, this like you said, Jack. This is same as the Boulder thing.
Yeah, it's that level of like trying to prove yourself, even though you know you're lying.
Just leave. Yeah. Just turn off the stream.
Why do you open things up that prove you're lying? Like mundane math. Come on.
People are dumb.
Well, I really do think he thought he had deleted this stuff, which if he had, again, it shouldn't show up there. But in the case that it does, because sometimes like with recent files and stuff, even if you delete it, the name will still be there. You just can't click on it. That's what the audience was getting at with him. Please understand, I know a lot of you already know this, but there are people who are computer illiterate and have no idea. So I'm just explaining that part.
Right.
With it still being in the list, it should have been a hint to him that it was still there. But on the off chance you're using some kind of program where it still shows the old stuff, yeah, if you had deleted it, when you clicked it, it wouldn't find the file. It would either do nothing or, depending on your setup, tell you file can't be found. This is pretty easy computer shit. We're not talking about, going into your BIOS and fixing something. This is deleting a fucking file.
That's crazy shit.
The atmosphere in his stream had turned hostile. His moderation team, the people responsible for protecting him, began to turn on him. They stopped deleting comments and banning users, allowing the chat to be overrun with text-to-speech donations, calling him a PDF file.
Pedophile, 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 pedophile.
The
legend. Whoever did that, legend.
All right. If you get caught with some weird shit on your computer, do you really leave text to speech on?
No.
Are you that foolish?
Who's the pedo cow we're talking about? This is Lacari. He's a Twitch streamer who's friends with a lot of the folks in OTK, people like Asmon and Miskiff, which, by the way, at one point in this, I don't know if we're going to watch that far, he says he got one of these links from Miskiff. And Miskiff saw this and did a stream, which, look, I don't like that asshole at all. He says, you're calling me a pedophile, I will sue you. I don't think he's actually going to sue him or anything, but it is an interesting question if he actually did get it from there.
Total collapse of his support system was cemented when one of his own moderators resigned mid-stream, typing a message that read, "End your stream, dude, this isn't funny. This isn't a joke or something you can laugh off. I hoped that this somehow was a mistake or a virus, but it's looking real bad. You need to get help. I'm unmodding myself and unassociating with you. Peace."
That's the right answer.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just tried it. I created a text file, saved it, closed Notepad, opened it. It's there, just like it would be for him. Then I closed Notepad, and I just moved the file to trash can. I didn't empty the trash can or anything. I just moved it to trash can, open notes, and it just immediately says, I can't open this file that you had before.
Yeah. That's how it works. And we're going to see somebody do that actually on their own stream. They tested it to show he's full of shit.
Yeah.
In the middle of everything falling apart, Lacari was clearly panicking and totally lost. He actually turned to Grok, Elon Musk's AI chatbot, and asked it live on stream whether possessing hentai was even legal in Texas. And he did this right in front of the same people already accusing him of having illegal stuff. It was next level self-destruction. The guy basically jumped straight into a hole and kept digging.
Is having hentai on your PC in Texas illegal? Rock. 43K, and that's
what?
I don't know why he yells 43K. My guess is that it's illegal to have hentai on your computer in Texas.
It's probably a fine of $43,000.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know why they block all this part out, but there's with the talk with Vouch, there was a lot of people. It's just cartoon. It's not an issue. Y'all really should look up the laws in your local areas because in most, even having animated child stuff is illegal. It's absolutely illegal.
Yeah.
Right.
There are some like the tentacle porn because it's technically bestiality. Might fall under that. You got to be real careful in some of the more conservative states. I know Utah used to have some really goofy laws on that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how to spell hentai. I don't look at that shit.
HEN.
Wait. Is it illegal to have? Spell it again. HENTAI in Texas. There we go. Let's see. According to Grok. No, possessing ordinary hentai is not illegal. Most hentai has adult characters. However, it is important exception that changed in 2025. Texas passed Senate Bill 20, which created a new offense under the Texas Penal Code, making it a state felony to knowingly possess, promote, or produce obscene visual materials that appear to depict a child under 18.
Appear to depict.
Yes.
So be careful with your Sailor Moon hentai.
Yes. Be very careful with that. And I'm guessing that's what he notice how he's freaking out. He's not going, well, it's all over age. Because as long as they're clearly adults, there's no issue.
Right.
Huh.
if they think it's like, oh my fucking god.
While Lacari was fighting a losing battle in his own chat, the wider internet was already dissecting his excuses. Fellow streamer Quinn69 took it upon himself to test Lacari's claims technically. He attempted to replicate the glitch in his own stream to see if a deleted notepad file would still appear in the recent tab. Upon opening the program, he was able to debunk Lacari's excuse almost immediately.
This is what Undoom just did that you guys didn't see. Make a file, delete it, and see if you can open it.
I like how he blamed Windows 11 for this.
Yes.
Like,
I
there's
mean,
enough reasons
Windows
to
11
hate
is
Windows,
shit, but still,
right?
it's
It's not put
it's
porn
not-
on your computer shit.
no. It's just gonna put ads on your stuff and do AI bullshit.
Again, glad I'm just a boring guy. You know what? You can be as weird as you want to be as long as it's all legal age. That's the problem that these idiots keep running into. Go be
Yeah.
a freak. Just be a freak with adults.
Exactly.
Thanks, Dad.
Look, I'm vanilla as shit, so I judge everybody. But as long as you're with adults,
That him again.
proving that the file's persistence meant that it hadn't been simply auto-downloaded and deleted as claimed.
Delete. Okay.
Whoa, what happened? Everybody left.
Oh, that's him. Monkey's internet is not happy with us most of the time.
got to get a new microphone.
Right, but you disappeared too, Jack.
Oh, did I? Oh,
Yeah.
I saw you.
Weird.
You guys, hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. We were
Okay,
just
good.
ignoring you.
It wasn't my connection. It was my microphone. I've got to get a new mic. It disconnects randomly, and then I got to back all the way out and come back in because it won't just pick it up if I just plug it back in. Anyway, do you realize what his audience did to him here? If this is an illegal site, there's illegal stuff there, and they convinced him to click on that again. They got him to commit a crime on air.
Mhm.
They just added one more instance for when they take him to court for this shit. Anyhow,
No, it's not there.
shocking if you know anything about computers. I come up with a better lie.
Yeah.
Here, he must have done this. Is more fucking believable than the file that I just opened. I had deleted and didn't even put on my computer in the first place. Hassan came to my house and did it. Everybody would believe that.
Well, it's more believable than the stories this guy's given.
Christ.
Yeah.
Now, when do we get to Asmongold? Because I want to talk about his stuff. Right here. Oh, this is a lie detector thing they did on their stream one time using a blood pressure finger thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked him, do you like lolly? And he says yes. And now people are looking back at it going, well, this is suspicious. You guys weren't suspicious when he admitted that he liked lolicon?
Right. I don't get it. He said yes.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 2020, monkey.
Like, what?
Jokingly admitted. No, I was just joking that he likes kitty porn.
Okay. What did the lie detector test say?
Well, he didn't have to say anything because he just admitted it.
Okay.
It's not like that. He said no.
Well, they could have still said true.
Oh, fair. But
false.
in this clip, they don't actually show. It's just everybody's reaction to it. Here, show you the kind of degenerates we're talking about here. We'll just play the full clip.
Scrutinized as a disturbing admission of guilt.
Do you like lollies?
Yes.
Oh, no! If somebody's in my house and I ask them that question and they say yes, my answer is, oh, no, it's get the fuck out of my house.
Especially if they're laughing like that. That's creepy.
This is just a big joke. He likes little kid porn.
But not like that.
Not like that. What?
Why were you guys still friends with him after this?
Birds of a feather.
Federal law, SCOTUS has already ruled on this. It's currently considered art. No, not if it's clearly underage. Look up your federal statutes.
I don't really care what the law says. It's fucking degenerate. And
Sure.
You do belong in prison.
No, we went over this with the vouch thing. This is why, like the Texas law, that's a new law in 2025, because of the question of drawn porn.
Yeah. I mean, if you like that stuff, you're a pedophile. That's kind of what that means.
Yep.
It should spike, but I think it's just
But the most damaging blows to Lacari's reputation came from his own circle, the Austin streamer ecosystem, which, as we discussed earlier, played a major role in his rise. During the stream, Lacari attempted to drag Asmongold into the controversy, claiming he had messaged him to simply keep that kind of stuff on another PC.
Asmon messaged me, said, bro, you need a separate PC for that stuff. Oh my god.
Asmongold immediately took to Twitter to clarify his statement, writing that he had only seen a censored version of the
Okay, I'm going to read what Asmon said. He said, info had just come out and the clip I saw had the names and everything censored. Obviously, I wouldn't have said this if I knew what the content was.
Right.
I have a problem with this. A couple problems, actually, but the main one being I don't believe you. Now, maybe you didn't know just exactly how bad it was, but again, if this was just if he had like trans porn on there, people would be laughing at him. If he had balloon porn, clown porn, whatever it is, they'd just be laughing at him. This blew up with bros doing pedophilia stuff here. And Asmon's like, well, when it blew up, it was all censored. So I clearly thought that was something legal.
It seems weird that a guy who's as big as Asmongold would not do a little bit of research.
Yeah. And you didn't say anything. The guy didn't come up and go, oh, Asmon just retexted me and said, I saw what you actually had and go fuck yourself. It's only once that dude makes it public that Asmon's like, whoa, I didn't know. But clearly that's the worst thing ever. And maybe he did in the background. I asked him. I doubt he's going to actually answer me. But when you figured it out before he said it on stream or anything, did you be like, hey, bro, this is wrong?
Yeah.
Even
he needs a PR guy sometimes. Jesus.
Yes, he absolutely does.
Just don't get involved in people's porn scandals. Jesus Christ.
I mean, that seems like a smart move, but
yeah,
then we won't have anything to
even
talk
if it
about.
is just, even if he just had like you say, he had tranny porn. Like, just don't get involved. Nothing good will come of getting involved with that.
Yeah,
don't stick your finger in other people's poop.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it.
And he messaged him behind the scenes to say, dude, it reminds me of that quartering clip of him being like, look, if you're going to take your child porn infested computer to a repair shop, make sure you put it in a mundane sounding file.
Did he say that? What?
Yes, he absolutely did.
Yeah, he's not a smart man.
It's not on his channel anymore. It's when he used to do a tech channel, and he said he worked at a computer shop and somebody brought in a computer and they found CP on it, so they had to call the police. He's like, guys, if you're going to do that, you put it in something that sounds like work stuff, because people will look. Like, hey, way to tell people how to avoid the law when they're looking at child porn.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
clip and had no idea
Why don't you like the quartering?
of the depravity of the actual files when he made the comment. He then went on to distance himself and his organization, OTK, from Lacari on stream, stating that Lacari was never an official member of OTK.
Okay, we get the gist of what has happened, and yeah, he's not an official member of OTK. Mizkif just called him a member of OTK, and he used to hang out at the house. He's not an official member. Look, You don't have to go that far. Plenty of people work with degenerates that they don't know are degenerates until the law gets involved. I don't blame Asmongold for this guy looking at child porn.
No, of course not.
But to be like, he wasn't even really associated. Yes, he was. The only reason anybody knows his name is because he was associated with
guilt
you.
by association is bullshit.
True.
So I don't give a shit about that. It's just he was stupid. Fine. Let's leave it at that.
My problem with it is when you lie, it makes it look worse.
No, I mean Asmongold.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this black guy, whatever his name is, he's fucked.
But my problem with Asmongold that he wasn't even really a part of us. Yes, he was. Stop it. He was. That doesn't make you guilty, but you lying about it makes you seem kind of guilty.
I don't even know these assholes.
Yeah, I've never heard of this guy before today. So I mean,
well, let's see how he made this even better for himself. I say this as if oh yes.
No, better for us, not for him.
Much better for us. Because I don't know if he's going to delete this or not. If he got a brain in his fucking head, he will. And when he gets a lawyer, they'll definitely tell him too. This is a statement from him issued at 7 p.m. this evening. During my last stream, I opened Notepad, which revealed a link. The list in the link included titles that suggested child sex abuse material further down. I have never consumed this type of content, nor do I think it's acceptable. All right, so far, you're full of shit, but okay. So far, your lawyer's not going to have a stroke. So far, your lawyer's like, yeah, good denial. But he keeps going because he's a moron.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to keep streaming in an effort to downplay the severity of the situation, which was deceptive.
Oh, that is poor word choice. I thought I'd downplay everything.
The fuck?
And admit that it's deceptive. Oh, shit. This was a mistake that I deeply regret and apologize for. That's really not what you should be apologizing for in this situation, honestly. The link gave access to abusive material for anyone to see. This is serious and harmful. I recognize that trivializing abusive material on stream is not okay and can lead to real harm. It's my responsibility to provide a safe space for my community and peers, which I failed to do. Yeah, don't think about those kids that got abused. It's your community that needed to be safe. You fucking disgusting
Well, I think he was talking about himself. Like, showing these links was really disturbing for me.
Smoothest brain
keep
found.
going.
Wait, it had to be see. This next part is the chef's kiss of retard. Okay,
there's more.
Oh yes, I'm taking real steps to change my ways. I've admitted myself to a porn addiction recovery program that'll last 30 days. During this time, I'll be able to work out there. Was anybody worried?
Downloaded by fucking? It was just downloaded without your consent. You said.
Was anybody worried that this guy wouldn't be able to get pumped up in rehab for porn addiction? When I read that he was going to porn rehab, did any of you guys go, "Oh my God, I hope he can still work out"?
I still think that's coming from masturbation.
I don't get that joke.
During this time, I'll be able to work out.
He's going to the gym. That's what he's worried about. Not his porn addiction.
That's what that means? Okay. I thought
he's literally talking about exercising, yes.
I thought that was just work out his problems.
No.
Is he fucking serious? What the fuck are you talking about? Work out. Who cares if you work out?
The rest of it gives the context, because I stopped there because it made my brain break when I first read it. During this time, I'll be able to work out there while also receiving professional therapy and treatment for my addiction. The workout is different than his treatment. I'll be able to get my pump on, y'all, so that when I get a kid, I can hold him down.
Gotta get swole for the
Jesus
kids.
Christ, this guy has no brain.
No, he's not a smart person.
Browsing hentai and porn websites as an escape has been a serious problem for as long as I can remember. Are you really trying to play the victim here? I've had this issue.
Oh my God, it's a sickness.
This treatment will come with an indefinite hiatus to my live streams to allow myself to focus on recovery so I can hopefully continue to be a net positive for society.
All right. Are we taking bets on how long that will be? 1 week, 2 weeks before he's back? Like, I'm fixed.
No, he said it's a 30-day program. That's what he told us.
Just because it's a 30-day program doesn't mean he's going to stay for 30 days.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If you're a degenerate, you can't fix that.
No. I just like that after this scandal, he really believes he's a net positive for society.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's really sad is this downplays actual addiction. Like, your weird porn habits are not like worth going. Oh, I'm going to treatment. Dude, you're not doing heroin. Shut up.
Right. Yeah, you're not an alcoholic. This is not something you're inflicting on yourself, just, you're inflicting this on kids.
Yeah. But hey, when we watched the rest of that, when we were watching the internet and anarchist video on this, was anybody worried? Was anybody sitting here thinking, "Oh my God, I hope he gets into porn addiction recovery"?
No, I hope he goes to jail.
Yeah, I want you to go to prison, homie. I don't care about your porn addiction shit.
Yeah.
You want to spend all day, every day jacking off to hentai? None of my business. That's not what you were doing, though. I really don't care if that's all you ever do is look at porn, as long as everybody involved is of a legal age.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I mean with alcohol. Like, if you're an alcoholic, who cares? That's your problem. Mm-hmm. This is not just your problem.
It just reminded me, there's that one South Park, I forget who it was where it blew up, and like, I'm going to sex addict therapy. There was a while where a bunch of people were getting, sex scandals, and they all went to sex rehab, and South Park made fun of it. Mm-hmm. This is what this reminded me of. This guy's stuck in the 90s. Like, my computer still works like the 90s. I'll just say I'm going to rehab like the 90s. Thank you, Connect. Food addiction is worst. If there's not physical withdrawal, I don't consider it real addiction.
Yeah.
What they like to say, hey, it stimulates the same parts of the brain. Yeah, but stopping it doesn't have the same impact.
Yeah.
So that was Butters, Kenny, and Kyle. The one with sex rehab. No, they weren't the ones who went. Who was the big name that got busted that time? Because the running joke is, what is this thing that's affecting all these rich, powerful men that makes them sex addicts? Yeah, nobody can figure that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lacari, I don't care about you going to rehab. I love that. What you should have said is, I took my computer down to the local sheriff to let them see. That would have meant something.
Oh, I think Brand's right. It was Mr. Holly Berry.
Was it? Yeah, there were a ton of them at the time.
Yeah,
didn't even Clinton?
Woods. Yeah, there's been a lot of them. You can pretty much hit any rich person in Hollywood, and you're going to find a degenerate within arm's reach.
Sure. Okay. I suppose we should talk. Well, I should ask, do you guys have anything else to say about yet another Twitch degenerate?
I mean, why is anyone
except
surprised?
I just want I just want to interject that even though it's a good thing that he made this video, I suppose the internet anarchist is a fucking asshole too.
Sure, yeah.
Apparently, every fucking video he's done is just been copied.
I've heard that and haven't done, like I said, I haven't watched his stuff in quite a while. I didn't even know he had that buzz haircut. One of my big problems with watching him is he says however way too much. I know that's a minor thing, but it drives me nuts.
Okay, well, I don't give a shit about that. I just
however
I've seen a lot of videos lately about when they just compare his videos to someone else. He's just vacuum cleaning smaller channels and just taking the scripts and just putting him putting in his video. Basically, you can get transcripts for every video now. So
yeah, I'll have to check into that because I'd heard whispers of that, but hadn't really looked into it. Like I said, I stopped watching the guy.
Oh yeah, there are like hundreds of videos just comparing his videos now. It's been all over YouTube. I'm surprised you've missed that because you love the drama.
I do love the drama, but I haven't been on the computer as much in the last probably month and a half.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff I've missed. There's several topics I've wanted to cover, and then I look at when they were, and it's like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, there's new stuff.
Right.
Retro, thank you for becoming a member for month number 31. 22 days, no nicotine, monkey. That's an addiction. Nice, man.
Yeah, that's a hard one to quit.
They say that's harder to quit than heroin.
I one day hopefully will know what it's like to quit smoking, but today is not that day. Okay, so moving on to actual world events today. They had the big we're lazy and not going to work in Minneapolis today.
That nobody
they
noticed.
were out in force, right?
Yes, because they're protesting ICE by not going to work. That'll show them.
They care about that stuff, you know. When people don't go to work, they're really pissed.
I mean, isn't that just
really
hiding?
hurts ICE?
Yeah, who are they really hurting? Does anybody care?
A couple of people do. I mean,
it hurts ICE feelings.
Oh.
I just wanted to bring it up because I saw a picture, which I didn't save or anything, so I can't pull it up. But this person said hundreds of thousands of people, maybe millions, are here with taking the day off. I forget what they called it. Lazy liberal day is what I'm calling it.
Yeah, the barista walkout.
There was not 100,000 people
No.
or a million. Fuck's sake. There was maybe a couple of thousands.
And every news source is a couple of thousand, but this guy's like maybe a million. Even in the picture that he showed, there's not even 500 people there.
Yeah.
Look, Monkey, nobody could get their lattes for like an hour and a half. Okay, that's a big deal.
I don't know who they think they're harming. I mean, let's say you actually did have some impact. The only impact you had is on the local economy. Good job.
No, the impact hit where it hurt most. Mom and dad's feelings.
It just reminded me of the gas boycotts people do. Like, we're not going to buy gas on Wednesday. Like, you're going to buy it on Thursday, though.
Yeah, well, we had a similar discussion over on Frosted's channel when I was on the corner earlier. Cheap plug. And Terry made a good point, which is like in Iceland, a bunch of pretty much all the women stopped going to work and nobody noticed. That's kind of where we're at with this.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Have you not seen those gas boycotts, Undoomed?
No, I've never seen that. What was that?
It was a few years ago. It's happened a couple of times, but yeah, they're like, we're not going to buy gas on whatever day, and like that's fine, but it's not like you're never going to buy gas again, or it's going to be. It was supposed to hit the oil companies in the pocket. Like,
how's that going to hit the oil companies? It's just you have to go next day or the day before.
Yeah, here's what you got to understand about the kind of people who do this thing. They're retarded.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
So
But even so, that is extremely retarded because obviously you have to get gas. There's not an option.
Did you see
So
Jim
you're going to have
posted
to do
about
it the day before or the day after. Like,
exactly.
what are
Yeah,
you
you're
even
still
talking
buying
about?
it.
Yeah.
Jim posted about the Lacari situation.
What did he say?
He retweeted that during my last stream tweet, and he said, "Last week I accidentally, through no fault of my own, drank 2 bottles of whiskey and drove it into an orphan parade at St. Mary's. This is serious, so I'm committing myself to 12 hours of volunteer work. I'll be back once I'm done."
He's not wrong.
Yeah, that's actually a very succinct way of putting that.
Storm Sync, thank you for that. First Tate gets beat. Now Adam 22 got beat. Oh, you can't lose that fight, Adam. Okay. I was gonna bring this up, but just as a quick aside, but who sent me that? There it is. Hang on, I'm bringing it up on the screen so everybody can see.
Doing it on live.
There we go. Aiden Ross presents Brand Risk 12, Adam 22 versus Jason Love. They were the title card for this fight, and I'm assuming most people know who Adam 22 is.
No, I have no idea.
He's a tatted up dude who does like sports stuff, and he married a chick who does porn, and he watches and let this dude plow her, and that's the guy that he had a fight with. You can't get your ass beat by the guy who plowed your wife.
Is he like a streamer? Or?
He's a streamer.
Okay.
A influencer.
Yeah.
You got to beat up the guy who plowed your wife. And this was a big thing because it was her first interracial. And apparently he plowed her good. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
It wasn't her last.
But he tries because they'd done porn. Him and her, Adam and his wife had done porn together, and they'd like had girls in there. And he comes out like, well, if she's gonna let me bang other chicks, I gotta let her bang another dude. Like, you actually don't have to.
No, that's not written in the rules. Anyway.
Show me the rule book.
Yeah. And if you feel that way, you could just stop banging the other chicks rather than let the whole world watch a guy plow your wife.
Yeah.
And you could.
And then go to a influencer boxing match and get your ass beat by the guy.
Oh, he
did? Yeah. Apparently he lost that fight tonight.
Monk was in rehab for falling down the stairs.
Is he one of those like super alpha male influencers or what?
I wouldn't call him that. More bro culture than Tate like.
Okay.
So yeah, is what it is. I just, how as a man do you do that? You have to turn in your man card now.
You're fucked.
You literally got your ass beat by your wife's boyfriend.
That's just embarrassing.
That's perfect.
That's how he got big. Was interviewing rappers. Yes. Now I remember that.
Somebody went to a Diddy party.
Maybe I know. Maybe I've heard of that guy then. He's
probably
got a channel with rappers, right?
Oh, that's a bad look.
He's got like an interview channel for rappers, right?
Yes.
I think I've seen him in something. Yeah.
But this is him taking the position his wife did when she met up with this guy.
He's fucked the whole family. Look at that.
Oh.
Bro, how do you you don't even take this fight in case this happens, man.
Jesus Christ. Stupid people, man. Stupid people.
Yeah, I hear you.
I have to ask you on Doom because I ask you about this stuff every time you're on. We have to talk about Star Trek. Have you been keeping up with Starfleet Academy?
I've been keeping up with the memes. Obviously, I don't give a shit about the series. I haven't watched it.
It's painful.
I've been keeping up with the memes. Have you
know,
watched it yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had it.
Okay.
It gets worse every episode too, which is impressive.
Okay.
They literally open the series with Holly Hunter passing down judgment on this chick and separating the woman's a criminal, and she separates her from her son, and her being like, I can't believe I separated you from your child. Literally doing the 21st century American immigration debate as the opening part of a Star Trek series.
Okay.
And it gets worse from there.
Yeah.
Wait,
episode 3 was
Hunter...
a prank war.
Wait, isn't Holly Hunter the main character?
She's the captain.
Like she's the chancellor, I think, technically.
She's the commandant,
she was
captain.
Yeah. Okay, so she's the ICE agent?
She's for some reason passing some judgment on them. I'm not exactly sure what her position was in that first scene. But it entirely ruins her life that she did this to this girl. Separated her from her son, because she was a criminal.
She had killed people.
Yeah.
This wasn't shoplifting.
Okay,
for
so
food.
let me get this straight.
Yeah.
This is some sort of backstory that haunts her then.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Because one of the kids that ends up going into the academy is that child. And she's going to help him find her mom or his mom.
Yeah, because the kid's all grown up now.
Also a criminal.
Yeah, a severe criminal too. Again, not petty stuff.
Which one of all the memed people is this?
This is the slightly brownish one that's human.
Looks like he's
okay. So she's
black.
like the Latina or something, or
I don't know what he's supposed to be.
I think he's half black.
I say he could be mixed race. He could be Latino. They don't throw any Latino words, so I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, okay. I thought you meant the girls.
No, this is the guy.
The guy, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not going to have a criminal girl. Come on.
True.
Women are too powerful for that.
The second episode is wrapped up using Kamala's campaign slogan from the election, unburdened by what has been.
What?
They word it slightly differently, but not much.
Only slightly differently. So
Wait,
in
what?
episode 2, because of the burn,
what's the burn?
Oh, the burn is where
Michael Burnham.
Where every dilithium crystal in the entire galaxy just instantly deletes itself.
What? What do you mean?
No, yeah, there's no dilithium crystals anymore.
Yeah,
so you can't do faster than light travel.
What? What do you mean?
I know.
Well, we're explaining
Star Trek.
A program that just looks like Star Trek. Okay, it's just pretend it's like a shittier version of the Orville. We'll call it the Norville.
The Orville
was pretty good. Shut the fuck up.
No, I agree, but I'm saying that's a knockoff of Star Trek, and that's what this is. It's just not a good one.
Yeah, okay.
So we're gonna call it the Norville. So in Star Trek Discovery, they apparently fried all the dilithium crystals. I don't know. I didn't watch much of that show beyond season 1, but this takes place after that. And Starfleet's pretty much crumbled. So they finally get to Betazoid, however you pronounce it. Betazoid. And they want to reconnect with them. But they're obviously mistrustful of Starfleet. Like, we don't really need you anymore.
Well, there's a little more setup there. The Federation basically abandons Betazoid to take care of itself.
Okay, but hold on.
Yeah.
If they couldn't go faster than light, how could they not abandon everything? It's like you're fucked, right?
Well, you're asking me to put logic to something that has none?
Yeah, see, you're putting more thought into it than the writers did. So they have this MacGuffin called shitty writing.
Yes.
That lets them
Yeah.
kind of do whatever they want. For instance, on Beta Z, there are Betazoids that use sign language.
Yep.
That makes no sense.
That's what we said
Why would beta sets use sign language? They are fucking telepaths.
Well, one's deaf, so you got to use sign language. Duh.
No.
How
they're
else would they
telepaths.
communicate?
Telepathy.
No,
What
no,
are we
that
talking
makes
about?
too much sense. You are thinking, sir. There's also somebody in a wheelchair and people that use glasses.
Yes, Holly Hunter wears glasses when she
Okay, I've
reads.
seen that meme. Okay, so
Yeah.
here's the thing, right? Whenever someone posts the glasses thing, they're like, "Well, Kirk used glasses in Star Trek
No.
3, whatever," and yeah, that's true. But back then, when they made that movie, they didn't know about fucking LASIK. Like Star Trek has always been built on what we know, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't know that it would just be possible to use a fucking laser to fix your eyes.
But even
So
in Kirk's time, when he wears those glasses, those are presented to him as a gift, and they were an antique.
Yes,
Yeah,
and McCoy also says, "Well, why don't you use some Retinax?"
Yes.
Right?
There's a way to fix it where you don't have to use the glasses. Yep.
Even then, there was a way to fix it, but they didn't know back then that we would have LASIK. But even so, they had Retinax, is what they call it.
Yeah, but look, just because the future has ways of fixing things doesn't mean you want to fix them, because some people identify as disabled. The captain
Identify
also
as
does-
nearsighted.
Yeah, Holly Hunter's character also doesn't wear shoes for some gross ass reason, so she's walking around barefoot all the time, which is disgusting. But the telepaths, look, that they're going to be deaf, right? So why fix your ears when you can learn sign language from a planet you no longer want to associate with?
Yeah,
that
that's
makes
why.
absolutely no sense.
That's why I asked if you were familiar, because take the worst thing you've heard about any of the Star Trek spin-offs and stuff and put it aside, because they are going to whole new levels of fucking stupid.
Yeah, especially because
Well,
this is like 1,000 years in the future,
Yeah.
so the technology should be even more advanced.
Yes,
Instead,
that's
they're
what I've been
flying around
saying.
on a shopping mall.
Well, the thing is, that's also one of those things, right? Why are there fat people? We have a Ozempic today, right?
But
Well, one's
They
a
lost the
Jem'Hadar
recipe for
Klingon
a
hybrid.
Ozempic. Sorry?
One's a Klingon Jem'Hadar hybrid. Another one is a hologram. So why would you be a fat hologram? I guess. And then there's the chubby lesbian. Just go with it. I don't know.
no,
Well, there's so many fat people in this thing. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
I don't remember a single fat person except like someone who's in their fucking 80s.
Yeah,
from
when-
TNG or something.
when
Like,
you
okay,
see
if
Scotty-
you're like if you're 75, you might be like, fuck it, I don't want to take the fucking medicine to get slim. What do I care? I'm not gonna fuck any 18 years old. Like, come on.
Yeah, the only
But-
fat humans you see are when they're old, like when Scotty shows up on TNG or
And exactly, and that's one of those memes I've also seen people lose their mind over, and it's like,
Oh.
yes, Scotty was fat, but he was Scotty. There was no way in hell they weren't going to cast him because he got fat. He's
Right.
Scotty, right?
and basically he's in retirement age. He's not still Starfleet. I mean, there's so many of the excuses for this stuff, it just make no sense if you actually know Star Trek.
Yeah.
But
Well,
my favorite, I have a new favorite after episode 3, and I missed it watching it. I saw it in Disparu. So one of the characters is actually AI on Doomed, not an android, AI, a hologram.
She's a
Basically.
hologram.
You mean the doctor?
No,
No. This black girl with the Cocoa Puffs on her head. She's a
Oh.
hologram.
She's a hologram. Okay.
yes.
The doctor's still a hologram too, but I believe
But
she calls it
he's
like
also
a
an AI.
positronic sentient or some shit.
How is he different? He's also an AI.
Because she's young.
She was literally just born 4 months ago.
Okay.
She tries to eat dirt.
What?
Yeah, she tries to eat dirt.
Here, let's put her on the screen since we're talking about her. There's a scene in the newest episode where she's swimming underwater and bubbles come out of her holographic mouth.
Yeah, and nose.
Okay.
Yeah. They didn't Photoshop that out.
The hologram is breathing air underwater, is blowing out air underwater.
Okay, but here's my biggest question, though, while I remember it. Why would because I've seen these memes going around all the time, and I've not seen the show, so I don't understand this. Why would someone who is not 1 year old swallow their comm badge?
Oh, she's not the one that swallowed the
she's not
comm
the
badge.
one that
Somebody
does
else
it.
did it.
Yeah, I get that, but there was someone who says that they swallow their comm badge. I do not understand.
It's funny. Ha ha, silly.
Yeah, they haven't explained that. That's just a scene that happens real quick. You know, I get my comm badge, and he goes, already, and that's as much real explanation as you get for that.
What?
Yep. They just move on. It's just some kind of joke.
Yes, if you're 2. Like,
yes, well, you haven't seen the show. You don't know how poorly this is written. I assure you, it gets worse.
Unbelievable.
In episode 2, where they're supposed to be going to make this really important reconnect with the Beta Zeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holly Hunter argues that they have to bring these cadets who've been cadets at Starfleet for all of a week at this point.
Yeah, seriously, 1 week.
They have to bring them because the Beta Z high command folks, they changed their thinking because of young people on the planet. I'm not kidding. That's their explanation for why they drag these cadets to this really important intergalactic summit.
Yeah, nothing like letting the kids fuck it up. Because the children are our future on Doom. Yeah. Oh, real quick, hate to interrupt. Thank you, Okie Native. If they had to destroy warp travel, TNG had a storyline about how it was rupturing space-time. No need to have an alien child having a hissy fit and thus boom. Jem'Hadar were a manufactured sterile species with short lifespans. How did they breed with aliens? I don't know. They were all men. So some.
Okay, did they explain that? How
no,
they have a
nope.
Jem'Hadar female? They just
nope. That's not in there at all. Don't get your hopes up.
Somebody just put stuff in the water and they turned gay and
yes. Some Klingon got saucy with a Jem'Hadar and somehow babies were made.
Yeah.
They're also implying that the Klingon is gay. The pacifist Klingon.
Well, he's a poet.
He's pacifist.
Yes.
Yeah. He won't
What is
fight.
the point of putting a Klingon in there if he's pacifist?
They're subverting expectations.
Yeah, but that thing died with The Last Jedi. Jesus Christ.
No, it's still clinging on there.
No. I mean, it's not that it's clinging on. It's only clinging on in Star Trek. They're so behind the times.
A lot of stuff is. A lot of these projects take a while to get going, and they've got a lot of these lefty activists behind him. Kurtzman is a piece of shit lefty, just like Kathleen Kennedy. Oh, there's the pacifist Klingon.
Yeah, the weird thing about the Klingon makeup is that I think this is real, but it looks like CGI.
Yeah,
it's terribly done. It's too smooth.
Yeah. I don't
also
know
what.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
The girl with the Cocoa Puffs, every time I see her, I think she's got a punchable face. I hate that woman.
I don't know why they made her look like Mickey Mouse.
I don't know, but there's something I hate about the way she looks.
I think Disney should sue them.
Maybe they're trying to dump the property off onto Disney.
Oh my God, that's a blackface Mickey Mouse.
That is.
Yes, of course it is.
There's no redeeming part of this show.
No, it is horrifically bad. Episode 3 is a prank war between the War College and these cadets.
I mean, obviously these people have gone to school at some point. They should know what an academy is. It's not going off to fucking do diplomatic missions and blow shit up and whatever.
Let me explain this. They went to public school most likely. They don't understand what academies are, so they have to draw on all they know, which is Harry Potter. Yeah. Oh, trust me, if you're gonna watch the show, watch episode 3. There's a lot of Harry Potterisms in there where they use technobabble as spells instead, like people getting teleported all over the ship, stupid shit like that. It is pathetic. This is one of the worst written shows I've ever seen. And we've talked about the movies I've seen. Oh my God, this is just trash.
But I mean, the great thing about this is that finally people are noticing. This thing has 4.4 on IMDb.
Yeah.
There's no reason it should be that high. That is artificially inflated.
Well, there's always going to be fanboys, but usually there's a lot of like normies that just like slop that go in there and like, yeah, this is good, right? If you check out Discovery, I haven't done that in 40 years, but if you check out Discovery, I'm sure it has like 6 or something, right? But 4, whenever a Hollywood thing goes below 5, it's fucking insane, right?
Yeah.
Below 5 is usually for suburban Sasquatch and that kind of thing.
Oh, you mean classics? Yeah.
Yeah, the classics.
The problem is though that if you're a Star Trek fan, this isn't for you. And if you're the fan of the kind of shows that they're clearly trying to emulate, as seen by the promotional shit here, your Melrose Place, 90210, that kind of shit, you're not interested in the sci-fi of Star Trek. This show is literally made for nobody.
Yeah.
Yes, and that shows in the IMDb rating.
Real quick. Thank you, Evolved Potato. Why would they explain having the cadets there as assistants? Because there's some of the top students on the fast track to command, and it would be good learning opportunity. I know it's because of the BS listen to children shit, but make it make sense. No, they don't. And all of these people would have washed out of the academy by now. They are way too emotional. In the prank war episode, they focus on being emotional and empathic.
Yes.
That is how they win their stupid little prank war, with empathy. And they have a Vulcan involved in a prank war too. Don't ask why. I don't know.
Who trash talks, which is funny. They actually have a plant that they call the empathy flower.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It looks like it's about to say "Feed me, Seymour" at any given minute.
Yup. Frosted, thank you. Hologram. That's got to be 400 hollow kilograms. You're not wrong.
That's probably how much cocaine was involved in the production of this mess.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's bring Phoebe back on the screen. She's much nicer to look at than that shit. No,
okay, they have 43% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's not just IMDb. Everyone hates it. Holy fuck.
It's a show for nobody.
It's got poor writing.
It reminds me of. I'm sorry. It reminds me of the pitch meeting for the Borderlands movie. At near the end of it, the producer guy's like, "Who is this movie made for?" And he goes, "This is for that kid who never really played the game, but he liked the idea of it and always hoped that maybe one day there'd be a movie. That's who it's made for." He's like, "Okay, I just don't think that guy exists." And that's how I feel about this. Like, this isn't your father's Star Trek. That's their quote, their motto for this stupid shit, which is fine. My Star Trek wasn't my dad's Star Trek. My dad grew up with the original. And TNG is
but beast. Okay, so the thing is, there was nothing wrong with the stories, mostly. In the original series, or let me put it this way: there was nothing wrong with the stories more than any other of the shows, right?
Right.
It was just the effects. It was kind of painful to watch, the weird kind of lighting and the cardboard boxes and all that stuff.
the original Trek also is a little more militaristic than Next Generation is. By Next Generation, you have the whole families living on the ship with them instead of just the officers and the crew. So it is a whole different kind of setup without being disrespectful.
I
to
always
the
thought
original.
I always thought it was unbelievably immoral to put families on the Enterprise. So, but
Yeah,
I hear you, especially if you're going to be the ones on the outer skirts of meeting new civilizations and stuff.
Yeah, you're the flagship.
You're the flagship, so maybe
we're gonna put what's the flagship of the United States? The Ronald Reagan or something?
I don't know
families on it.
Yeah, there's no families on any of the ships because that's dangerous.
No, that's fucking dangerous.
Real quick, thank you, Okie Native. I'm a diehard sci-fi fanboy who owns the tech manuals to repair broken, non-existent technology in 4 separate universes. I have a couple of those.
I have the tech manual to the Enterprise D. I do.
Yeah, I have the next gen one and the original series. Even I won't attempt to defend this. Also, the new ships are just poor copies of ORI ships from Stargate. Ori ships. Yeah, they do look like Ori ships. Ori. Yeah. Ori?
Yes, Ori. Not Ori.
I'm going to forget how to pronounce that in 5 minutes just to warn you. But, yeah, I hadn't thought of that. But, you're not wrong.
I've seen the ship in pictures, and it looks like a flying logo.
It looks like a communicator badge.
It looks like a bird of prey. The wings in the back would rotate, or like the wings would rotate to make it go faster or something because they don't understand, space science.
I don't know what happens. Obviously, there we go on the screen here. Like, look at that fucking thing. That is a flying logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's how their comm badges look too, by the way. I would have had the pilot played by Hawk from Buck Rogers, but because it looks like it's piloted by a bird person.
Real quick, we didn't talk about this. Just Gil Gerard died recently, and thank you for the memory, sir.
I loved that show as a kid.
Oh, me too.
Who was that?
Gil Gerard played Buck Rogers
in the 25th century. It had that great opening. Dun, 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 dun.
It had Aaron Gray in tight pants.
That's how I knew I was straight.
Me too.
She made that
I think I've just seen one episode of that show. I am not like
it's really cheesy, but it is fun.
Too familiar. Right.
I always forget
guess it's
you're a
like
little bit younger
Battlestar
than us.
Galactica or some shit from the 70s.
Yeah.
I hate that that's a thing. Anyway, the back part of this ship isn't even attached to the front part of the ship.
Which is the front?
The round part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
the wings are in the back.
Okay, so
right now,
I do not understand how you're going to have a ship that's not attached to itself. Like, what does that mean?
I don't know, but these are not attached at all, and it separates and it flies down to Earth and just lands.
But there are like 8 different parts that are not attached. Like, how is that a good thing? How does that help your ship?
Bro, I have no idea.
Teleport all over the place. Also, the interconnecting rings that hold the central ring to the outer ring. This thing is just a design disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody had presented this to Roddenberry when he was alive, he'd have fired him.
Yeah.
It probably whipped him on the way out. Like, how dare you?
I mean, this is supposed to be Star Trek. Why can't they just make like, okay, let's take the fucking Enterprise D and let's make a futuristic version of it. No, we gotta like make something that looks like a flying logo. What?
It's because they're lazy and they have no creative bones in their body. They just steal from other things.
But this is more stupidity than stealing. I don't know any other show that does that.
Well, when you can't steal something, you have to create it, and they're not creative people. They don't have any life experience or fandom experience. They just
if you're going to do something if you're gonna do something that stupid, like okay, we're gonna have a ship that's not attached to itself. So if you want to go to that part of the ship, I guess you have to transport over there or something.
Yes.
If you're gonna do that, you have to fucking explain why you're doing this shit.
Let's say you're working. I don't know if my pointer's showing up. You're up here in this part of the ship, and you need to get over here. You have to transport, even though this part is connected, because you only have two little pieces on each side holding the center ring to the outer ring.
Right, but what if you want to go to those things, those wing thingies?
The only way to get anywhere on this ship is to transport.
They did have one cadet walk in space without
They
his
did.
suit on for a few minutes. But yeah,
Like, I mean, okay, so they've taken Gene Roddenberry's idea and they've turned it upside down. You know why Gene Roddenberry invented beaming?
I don't.
Because he wanted to save money. All right? That's the reason we have beaming. Because he's like, oh my God, I can't afford having a fucking shuttle go down every fucking time.
Oh,
I need to do something that saves money. And now they've taken it to the point where beaming is costing them money because they need to beam everywhere they fucking go on the ship.
Yeah.
Right? So every time they need to go somewhere, they have to have the special effects crew come in.
Your thinking here is disturbing because you're making sense and flashy colors. Woo!
Oh my God, I hate this so much.
Oh, you'll just watch an episode, man. You'll hate it a lot more.
Is the first episode still on YouTube?
I'm not sure. That's where I watched it. And then one of my friends has a Paramount account, so I went over.
I won't fucking watch anything to give them views. I'll just get it off Pirate Bay.
We can either endorse or not endorse such activity. Thank you, Potato.
I endorse that.
That's fair.
I endorse the fuck out of that.
When it comes to this shit, I'm okay with it. Thank you, Evolved Potato. Tech manuals. Why do you need that? Where's your prayer book? How do you know you're using the right chant while applying the holy oils? Are you using the correct incense to calm the machine spirit? These are things you actually need. Well, blood for the blood god, and may the God Emperor live forever. 40K has not sold out yet, but Star Trek might be.
Wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, they're slowly selling out.
The Magister asks, what energy do they use to run the transporter? I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't paid as much attention. I mean, there's only 3 episodes out. And typically for me to start digging that deep into the lores and stuff, it's got to have several seasons that I've watched.
The answer is the writers don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's magic.
Here's my question, though. This should have been answered. Like, how do they get to Beta Said?
I honestly don't know how they get around the galaxy and going that far without faster than light travel. I don't know.
It's
obviously just going to the nearest star would take 4 years going at light speed, right?
Yeah.
And that's the absolute nearest star, which is not Beta Sid, right? So I don't get it.
This is the problem with doing something stupid. Like, the whole reason they do the burn is so that they can reset Star Trek. Fine, fair enough. But if you're going to do that,
they did that with 2009 Star Trek to Star Trek.
I get that. But if they wanted to do that here, I wouldn't like it. But you have to now play within the universe you just built.
Yes.
Nah.
But so how do they get to the other planet? They don't have warp drive.
I don't fucking know, bro.
They have these wing things. They have their special wing things to do whatever we need them to do.
But
they figured out if you don't attach the engines to the ship, you don't need the lithium crystals, apparently.
Okay, so at some point during this show, the first 3 episodes that you've seen, they go from Earth to Beta Set?
Yes.
Okay, so dilithium does exist. Now,
no, all the
fixed
dilithium in the
problem.
universe is gone.
Yeah,
But they can still go to warp apparently.
well, they do something else that I don't think they've explained. I might have zoned out during that because it's trauma response to kind of make your body forget. But the wings do something. I don't know if it's an experimental drive or what, but they kind of sort of half-ass explained it. But yeah, you're thinking a little too much on it.
Well, that's the thing. That's Star Trek. If you don't want to think about those kind of things, you go to Star Wars.
Exactly. And that's what I've said about this is Star Trek has always been more grounded. It was actually part of Roddenberry's demands about the show.
Yeah.
If you want this much fantasy involved in it, you want something like Star Trek or Star Wars.
Yeah. And that's fine.
Yeah, they have a push plate out back, and they just set off a nuclear reactor, and it pushes them forward. Right? That was a real thing the Soviets proposed once.
Yeah, but that wouldn't get them anywhere near light speed.
No. This is Harry Potter's wand is attached to the wings. You can't see it; it's real small. And it has a go juice spell that just keeps going off.
I put the Energizer Bunny in there.
Yeah. Dangerous kind of explained it. He said Undoomed is trying to logic out stories written by drooling morons. And that's kind of the thing is that they don't think through their own storyline. So there's a lot of inherent contradictions in everything they do.
In the trailer, there's a shitload of explosions. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So that's part of it. Okay, that's
there is they in the first episode they fight a guy with a tic-tac-toe board on the side of his head. I'm not kidding.
Okay, according
I don't
to
know
this,
what that means.
He has his hair. He has a tic-tac-toe board cut into his hair, X's and O's on a big hashtag.
Is that a story point?
No, it's just
they
how
don't
he
address
looks.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
He
never
just
brought
like
up.
tic-tac-toe that much.
Yeah, it's just maybe he won a game and it was just like super important to him or something.
I won tic-tac-toe.
Okay. I asked Grok about the dilithium crystals. They use an alternative non-dilithium method to still create the warp field.
So it's
that
like
they can
nuclear
do warp
energy.
travel. Yeah.
Okay, so then it doesn't matter anymore.
No.
Okay, well,
but see, you're missing a point there because if you paid attention so far, you'll notice that everything about this show, story-wise, is based on modern politics and specifically lefty politics. And what's real big when it comes to energy with lefties? Alternative energy. That's literally all it is.
The dilithium was the gasoline of Star Trek.
So this is
God.
Well, and in fairness, frankly, TNG set this up with that nonsense about we can't go warp 10, it's destroying the universe.
Yeah, but they were like 2 episodes later, like fuck this shit.
Yeah, they were, because you still need to go that fast.
That never happened. Fuck off. And then there were like 3 series after that just didn't give a fuck.
Yep. But
we
now
did our
they do.
mandatory environmental message. Moving on.
We now have the immigration debate. You got the environmental debate. You have the kids know everything. It is literally just left politics in space.
But I thought it was supposed to be about Starfleet Academy.
Yeah,
oh no,
so
they're learning along the way.
Yeah, it's teen
But that's
romance.
not how an academy works. Like you have to go to school. Remember when Wesley Crusher went to school? As much as that character sucks, but he went to school and the most dangerous thing he got into was fucking up like a stunt flying thing.
Yep. Well,
that was like, oh, we did a fucked up thing, and except for that, he just went to school.
Yeah,
right?
This is Harry Potter school where there's a school setting, and they mention school. They don't actually go to school. They have adventures.
There's a Starfleet Academy video game that handled this very well. You spend your it was a full motion video game for part of it where you watched scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're playing the captain or whatever, you're in a simulation. You're not actually out there flying around. possibly causing intergalactic incidents as a captain of a real ship. In this, they've just like, make the kids the whole crew of the ship, even though there is crew on the ship. It
They're
makes
not
no
forcing
goddamn
it.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, the closest you get would probably be in DS9, where they had the USS Valiant, if you remember that.
Not
Yeah.
really.
But that was okay. So in DS9, they had a ship called the USS Valiant, which was the episode was called Valiant, and it's a ship where there's just Starfleet cadets running the entire ship. But the whole point is, all the officers died, so somebody had to take command, right? And they took command and they fucked everything up because they're cadets, right?
Yeah.
That's basically the moral of the story. It's a whole episode, but that's the closest you get. And that was not supposed to happen, obviously, because obviously they were just out on a training mission. They were not supposed to get in any danger, but they did because the Dominion War, blah, blah, blah. And then all the officers got killed. And now they're the leader, the whatever his name was. He assumed command because he's the top cadet. And then they were like, well, we're the top cadets. We're going to go and fucking destroy the Dominion. Okay, kid.
Dixie says,
good luck with that.
Dixie says the dilithium crystals were replaced with a port key. That's a Harry Potter reference for those of you who don't get it.
A what?
A port key in Harry Potter. It's basically a transport device. It's magically set, so if you touch it, it takes you somewhere else.
Okay. I don't know anything about Harry Potter.
Oh, I love Harry Potter. I'm actually a big fan, but I'm with Jack on so many people need to realize it was one book series and maybe move on to something else.
Yeah, read other works.
Right.
Yeah, because goddamn. But yeah, we always end up talking about Star Trek, and I can't believe you haven't seen any of this because, bro, you are missing out.
Well, I've been avoiding it because I know it would just depress me.
Okay, here's what I want you to do: is picture Saved by the Bell. Like, go watch that show and pretend it's this one. You will like it better because it's more Star Trek than this is.
I expected it to be bad. I expected it to have, some issues and stuff. I did not expect the leftist preaching to be as in your face as it is.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Right now, Miss Undoomed is away.
Mm-hmm.
But next weekend she'll be here, and every weekend, pretty much every weekend, we watch a bad movie.
Oh, okay.
So I guess we'll watch a fucking episode of this shit.
Yeah, watch episode 1. It's bad. I mean, I think episode 2 is probably the worst of the 3 so far.
Mm-hmm. You think it's worse than Suburban Sasquatch?
It's more painful to watch because at least Suburban Sasquatch was funny. Like, not intentionally, but there had some hilarious moments. Bad movies.
That's true. I mean, it's probably going to be worse than Suburban Sasquatch when I think about it, because it's a lot of funny shit in there.
Yeah.
When the guy picks up the PNG file, that's a cop car. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. You watch a movie like Crack Coon, and you're like, okay, this is a stupid premise. It's silly. It's goofy, but I can laugh at it. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is painful. This is on par with like John Q with Denzel Washington, where it's just preaching at you the entire time. It feels like you're getting lectured.
That's what I hate. Okay, so I have to say this. This is the real difference between old Trek and new Trek, right? The old Trek was actually aimed at conservatives. New Trek is just preaching to the choir. And the reason I say this is when I was a kid, I was completely convinced by old Trek, right? I I considered Star Trek to be my life philosophy. I thought it was great. I was completely convinced. Like, fuck the conservative shit. This is great, right? And then Star Trek went away, and this came out, and it's like, fuck. I want to do the opposite of this thing.
Yeah.
Right. They are preaching to the choir. They're only interested in preaching to their super leftist choir and like whatever. Like, here, enjoy your daily indoctrination meeting is basically their episodes. While in the old days, it was like, hey, conservatives, have you considered this? We're not going to tell you what to do or anything, but have you considered this?
Real quick,
That's
I
all
want to
it
address
was.
that, but let me grab this double fruit. Thank you. Hey, Monkey, I forgot. Did you guys talk about the UK propaganda that made the goth girl an anti-immigration icon? I thought that was hilarious. Hope this helps you get a new mic. No, we've not talked about that on here, and that's one I'll have to do a more deep dive before I even can. But thank you for the donation. Old Trek used to give you scenarios, and if you came out of it with a more leftist perspective, cool. But it wasn't necessarily forced
Right.
on you. They gave the characters dilemmas that they had to deal with, and they weren't always leftist answers at the end. Often they were.
I mean, yes, but sometimes the answer was bittersweet. Sometimes it was really dark, and sometimes yes, they had like a happy ending. But whenever they had a dilemma, it was always like, okay, here's this side of the argument, and here's that side of the argument.
Yep.
And then they sort of left it up to you, like, well, you're an intelligent person, right? You can see what we mean. We don't have to spell it out to you. And they didn't.
And now it is literally just preaching the leftist dogma. And seriously, to the point, we mentioned that it was paraphrased, but in episode 2, Holly Hunter, it basically says unburdened by what has been. And like,
yeah, but what was her exact quote? Because I've heard people talk about that. I don't know
what is it?
she
It's
said.
I forget the first part of it. Unburdened by what to see what can be, unburdened by what has been.
No, that can't be real.
It is though.
She can't have said that.
What she says is that she realizes she is more not conservative. What's the word she uses?
She was living in the past.
More traditional than even she realized, and and she was looking ahead, unburdened by that. She actually uses the word unburdened. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's true what you say that this was written years ago.
This is just shit, and it's
I'm sure
offensive to me.
When they wrote this, I'm sure they thought she would win.
Oh, of course, yeah,
yeah. So this was written like 3 years ago or something.
Maybe not even. I mean, that could have been something that was added as a fuck you to conservatives. Honestly,
yeah. I mean, you can't really. yeah.
Yeah.
In the future, we're gonna win.
The whole thing is just so stupid, and that's what's most offensive about it. I don't even care about the lefty politics. There's a lot of lefty politics in Trek. There is, especially for the times that they were presented.
But they were successful at it. Like I said, they managed to convince a lot of people.
It was smarter.
This isn't going to convince anyone.
And I'm not even talking about the writing here, but it was smarter in the story itself, where these stories are just stupid. They are dumb at a level that hurts.
Look at A Measure of a Man. Look at how subtly they brought up slavery in that.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievably smart. Can you imagine them doing anything that smart, or do you think they're just going to take a sledgehammer and hit you over the head?
They're incapable of subtlety because it requires nuance, and these modern writers have no life experience or literacy to draw on from that. So they're not going to be able to do something that nuanced.
I would be less offended by this if it actually was Starfleet Academy. They're in San Francisco, and it's just them running around having class now and then, and it's a teen romance. I would be less offended by that than this shit.
Oh, for sure. For sure. That would have been like, that's what I would have expected from that.
Yeah, it's what I expected. And then we got to see what it really is. And fuck.
And they're still just going to have the, okay. Have you seen that episode or that show, Red Letter Media?
Yeah, I know what Red Letter Media is. Yeah.
They have like a series where they go through TNG episodes. I don't know if you've watched them.
I have not, but
anyway, it doesn't matter. It's Red Letter Media is the best YouTube channel on YouTube by far, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, they have a series where they go through some TNG episodes and they rate them and they talk about the best episodes. It's a fucking great thing. It's like they have like 4 videos in the series and it's like 1 hour each. Anyway, so in one episode, he's like making a list of all the different types of TNG episodes. Like, okay, we got the moral dilemma, we got the silly, funny ones, we got the virus or some stuff like that, or we got the someone's taken over by an alien, we got the war episode, blah blah blah, right? Mm-hmm. And so he goes through that, and he's like, oh, and here's I also made a list of the different types of episodes of New Trek. Number 1, violence. Yeah, I don't have anything else. And it's like, that is so fucking true. Everything they know is just blow shit up, put on someone who cries, and then makes them bring on the sentimental music. Done.
And it's because as dumb as those are, spectacle does sell, and I get that, and you're not wrong, but that opens the door to the even dumber stuff we see now, because you can't take away the more nuanced episodes.
Again, that's Star Trek. I mean, Star Wars. That's
exactly
that's not what Star Trek is not supposed to be. Just blowing shit up and hitting people in the face and all that shit. Like
you seem to assume that they know the difference between sci-fi and fantasy.
Well, the thing is, obviously, we had J.J. Abrams mix all the things together.
Yep, this is all Abrams' fault. I know.
Yes.
What's his name gets all the shit for it, but this is all Abrams' fault.
Yeah. He's the one who had Spock beat someone up like he was fucking crazed.
In a bout of anger, and then turned Kirk into the one who dies in Wrath of Khan, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was so stupid.
Yeah.
Subverting expectations.
I hate that term.
You know, the first movie was like, okay, this was really stupid, but okay, you set up your universe. Now let's see what new stuff you want to do after you set up the shit. Oh, it's just Wrath of Khan.
Mm-hmm. And done 100 times worse.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we're at 2.5 hours, so I'm going to wrap this one up. Guys, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you for the donations. You guys are so kind. Jack, anything on the show?
I'll drop some links to some cool videos. My review of Varan the Unbelievable dropped today. Thank you guys for the tips. You're awesome. We appreciate you coming out night after night to support us. And you're all very awesome people.
You really need a new mic. Your volume went way up there. If the volume went way up, it was probably not the mic. That was probably an issue with the stream itself, with the connection. When it tries to catch up, oftentimes it will spike in volume. Undoomed, anything you want to show?
No, just be my friend on Twitter.
There you go. Go be his Twitter friend, y'all. Undoomed, seriously, good to talk to you. It's been a little while.
Yeah, always nice to talk to you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Jack, a pleasure as always.
Always glad to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves. We love you, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye now.
I don't know what to sing, so I'm not gonna.